Hello, people. Welcome back to the EagleBite83 channel where the past never dies. I'm, of course, your host, EagleBite. And, yeah, welcome back to the channel. I just went off stream like an hour ago, but now it's official. Look what we have up here. Ah, it's the sun. The Super Nintendo Summer Sun has finally risen in this channel for the, I want to say, eighth time? No, seventh time? Something like that. Anyway, we are not here to play Super Nintendo games now, though, because that is reserved for next week. However, it is... oh, sorry. I am actually... I kind of want to visit the surface in ARK Survival Evolved on Aberration. So I wanted to record that now and also broadcast it at the same time because that's something I really want to like get done collecting the notes, if you will. So yeah, let's get on with this. Let me start up the game. I haven't actually been. It was a while since I streamed from the computer. Hey. All right. Alright, we might as well switch over. Right. Okay, Aberration. I keep changing the loot quality because, okay, good. Let's, yes. Okay, that should do it. Good. Bum, bum, bum. Alright, let's do it. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, sorry. I'll fix that. Actually, I don't need to fix that. Um, Wait a minute. That's something I need to fix, I think. Excuse me? Why did I fall down from the ladder? I didn't log off there. That's weird. Okay, let me do this. Because I need to see if I can, if I have to... Oh, God, I could... Okay, never mind. Never mind. I'll check that later. No, no, no. What am I doing? That was completely pointless. It's not even supposed to be there. It's supposed to be there. Or is it? Oh, okay. Actually. Okay, excuse me. I'm just messing around with OBS right now because... Oh, I get it. Okay. Yes. And then... This is the problem. Whenever I stream ARK, everything slows down to a crawl. Like, even if I put on the freaking lowest settings, everything is still, like, extremely lagging. Not the game, mind you. Not the stream, necessarily, but everything around it. Like, moving outside the game and, like, moving around windows and all that. It's like, frame rate is, like, maybe 2 frames per second or something. I don't know. Okay, never mind. Yeah, so what I've been doing since I um, streamed ARK last time was I've actually claimed this little area of land right below the base because down here there's another charge station. Now, I've started to accumulate element, or rather, I've started to construct element because at some point I'm gonna need element, um, but it's very slow. However, that is why you need charge stations at the very least. In here, you put whatever it is. It's like blue gems, green gems, red gems, and then 4 freaking charge batteries, which need to be recharged, and also the um, the element ore, which you get from the surface. I was a little bit, I was like sniffing around the surface, and actually getting the element ore, but I've never really been out onto the plains. So I'm going to do that now, and I'm actually going to look for the notes, because the notes is what I want to find. Um, and I've been breeding rock drakes mainly. As you can see here, the station right now is not... Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I need to check on something here. Hang on. I wonder which ladder is the tallest. This one or the one that I have on Scorched Earth. I'm not sure. All right, so we're back here. These are now my prime breeders. Rocky and Goldie. All right. We have got Goldie tamed at 140 and Rocky also tamed at 140. 31 base stats in melee and 27 in base stats health. 28 base stats in melee and 19 base stats in health. So these are actually quite good rock dragons or rock drakes. And I should have their offspring somewhere around here. Unless... Ah, okay. Didn't I already name you, by the way? Yeah, I think I did. I think for some reason the game has like reset to an earlier save. I'm not really sure why. Oh, wait, it might have been... I haven't played ARK in like a couple of days, so I don't really remember, but I think it was... I think it actually crashed at one point. Like my last save crashed. All right. Elder, are you there? Or have you gone to sleep? Oh, Jesus. Okay, so we're gonna wait for 10 minutes to give this female juvenile rock drake some care. What are we gonna call her? We are gonna call her Tamara. Why not? Or Tamara. Sure. Why not? I don't know. I just thought of it. Okay. So once I've given her care, I am going to take one of the other rock drakes that I had out before. I've actually put in storage here. And oh yeah. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to like scream into the mic. But I've also tamed, I don't know if I showed you this. I have also tamed a frickin' basilisk. Kind of unnecessary. After getting rock drakes, you really don't need a basilisk. But still, I wanted to try. So I did it. Now, with the rock drakes that I have right now, it's very easy to go down to the Lost Grave and just pick up a couple of rock drake eggs. So since I knew how to tame them because I'd done my research, I managed to get a basilisk in the blue zone. You do that by feeding it pretty much rock drake eggs. You put them in the path of the basilisk. Yeah, but I do remember the last thing I did on this save was that I crafted 8 more charge batteries and I put it in the charge station up here. If they are not in that inventory, then it's confirmed that I have not, that I have actually regressed to a previous save. Let's see. Because this one's active. Oh no! They're here already. Interesting. Okay. My bad. My bad. Okay. Yeah. I gotcha. Okay. So maybe... Okay. It needed 50 congealed gas balls. I'm gonna bring 200. 254. Gonna work for the next 6 times or something. So this is how you craft element. Oh wait, what is it doing? Oh, it's reach. How's it recharging? Oh, it's from charging up the batteries. Okay, gotcha. Alright, so we just do this. And then the element will accumulate. And it always constructs 3 element. So getting a lot of element is actually very time consuming here. So this will go from 9 to 12. See, there it goes. Perfect. And I will just go down and put the charge battery back. Because I think when I crafted... the second batch of batteries, I only crafted 7. And you need 8 in the charge station to actually... that's the recipe. Ooh. Actually, let's do this. Oh shit, I need to fix my hazard suit. Although we don't need hazard suits up on the surface. At least from what I've been told. Okay. Alright, we still need to get down. Yes, so I was gonna show you the basilisk. We might as well do that. Oh, it's only 5 minutes left. The basilisk is actually kind of cool, in my opinion. Let's get on it and slither down to the lower level. Where's my charge light creature? I think I left it up there. Okay, never mind. By the way, what's the ammo situation like here? It works, I guess. Yeah, okay. All right, so say hello to Orochimaru. Woohoo! This guy looks so cool. 26. Oh my. Maybe a little bit more. Maybe some stamina. And melee. Okay, so he's actually recuperating from when I upped his levels to 20,000 HP. Right, never mind. Yeah, as you can see, he's actually a little bit weak right now. But anyway, this is how the basilisk moves around. Now, the basilisk has a couple of decent features. First of all, it's a very strong predator. Does a fair amount of damage. And I actually tamed it at... let me see... 128. Level 128. That was actually fairly good. So it's at 187 right now. So left click is the standard bite. And then right click, you actually fire poison projectiles. Which don't just... I don't know if it damages or induces torpor, but it does actually do damage. Like, it's really good. I've been taking down Spinos with, like, just 1 or 2 poison projectiles, so it's really potent. And then maybe the coolest thing, but the thing that I, as a PvE player, have the least amount of use for, is the fact that it can hide underground like this. Oh, sorry. Wrong button. Like this. No, wait. Oh, sorry. Again, wrong button. Like this, I mean. There you go. It's actually the jump button. If you're on a basilisk and you're on a jump button, you hide like this. This is a reminder of how it looked when I just started out on this map. That's actually kind of a creepy reminder because, you know, whenever I went too close to this, I was like in danger. But now I am the danger. All right. Please let me know if the stream is experiencing issues or anything like that. We're just gonna go down to my newly claimed place. Put the this is so cool, actually. This is really cool. Though they do say that there's no real need to tame a basilisk, because once you can tame a basilisk, you already have a rock drake. But come on, how cool isn't this? You know? Ever since I saw a Titanoboa, I was wondering if you could do that. But you can't with that. But with the basilisk, you actually can. That's cool. Now, it's not... You might think that it's like some kind of a favorite creature of mine from the utter glee that I'm displaying right now, but it isn't. But I just feel like it's a cool tame, you know? Now, obviously, since I'm cryoing it a lot, I can't really paint it because it would just be wasting paint. So I am, I'm just, oh, okay, alright. Just cryoing it and taking it out if I, like, really need to. Which I don't really feel that I need that much. Because, to be fair, with rock drakes, you pretty much master this entire map. One, two, three, four, five, six. Yes, exactly. Okay, good. This one just needs to hit 5,000 and recharge, and we'll be able to make more elements. Very good. Now, except for these things, have I done anything else? I don't think so. I've mostly focused on taming rock drakes, or like breeding rock drakes. Not taming, breeding. With my new drake breeders. You want a hug? Yes, you do. Okay, there we go. Good. Perfect. You hungry? I guess I could give you some... I think we have nameless venom in storage. We should have that. I'm still gonna go up here, even if we don't, because I need water. And there's water up there. There's water in the main building as well, but... yeah. We can do it up there. Here's the crane in the greenhouse. The crane. The faucet. I mean... Anybody in chat who wants to make themselves known? I mean, if you don't, that's fine. Perfectly fine. Maybe Elder has gone to sleep early for once. Yes, we do have nameless venom. Nice. Good. Okay. Drink water. And also do this. Do that. Thank you. There we go. I'm going to take one more. Just to be safe. There we go. Oh, Nakatina. Nice. We'll just give her some food, and then... okay, then we'll... I guess we'll use one of the other rock drakes. I'm not going to waste my breeders... or, no, not waste. Risk. I'm not going to risk my breeders, but I'm going to use one of my... my other drakes. Why not? The ones that are in storage right now. And also, the fucking clothes. Yeah, let's do that. Let's put them in the workbench, or the industrial manufacturer for now. Nope, what am I doing? My brain is not working well. There we go. And there we go as well. If you want that. Yes, you did. Okay, good. Good, good. So which notes should we go for first? Should we go for the surface notes first? Do. I'll leave them there, actually. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, Cash is a low level. Yeah, one of the girls is actually... they're actually higher level. 191. 194, Brunhilder. Siegfrieda is a little bit lower level. Sure, we'll take Siegfrieda. There we go. And we'll also make sure to eat. And go get some food as well. I'm gonna need a change of clothes. Oh. Wait a minute. Okay. I didn't see it. That was weird. We're gonna go for the small area first, because I don't know if I'm actually gonna have the time. Because it's 90% night now, but it's already 7. I don't remember... What the hell are you doing here? Lystrosaur. Okay. I don't exactly remember when daylight returns during a 90% night. Yeah, that works. Okay. I do not remember. Let's get some more, yeah, there we go. Good. Oh, shit, I don't really need any more pork, like, lamb chops. I have way too much food on me already. Okay, fine. We'll do that. Maybe we should use the armor. Why the F not? Did I even have a helmet for the armor, though? No, it doesn't look like it. I did have that one. That's not... I don't remember what I used to use. Did I just use that? I don't know. There we go. Subterra colors. I'll use that for the both of us, Siegfrieda. Because, I'm not gonna go through the pain of, like, painting them that when they're just cryo creatures. Do you know what I mean? Okay. There we go. Perfect. All right, and off we go. See what's in here. Nothing special. Okay. See what I mean? Once you get a rock drake, there's like... You are not limited anymore. I mean, the only thing that limits you basically is your stamina. So I would recommend that while you're leveling up melee and hit points, also level up stamina, because they actually really do need stamina. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can glide all the way to... Oh, wait, are you saying I can't get up there? Really? You serious? Of course I can get up there. You're a fucking rock drake. Come on. Okay, never mind. Mastering the map. Let's get some altitude here. There's the Lost Nexus. Okay, that didn't work. Okay, never mind. Let's just do this. It's still 8 o'clock. Okay, good. Shit, I just remembered something. There is actually a barrier here at this specific one. I think we can go through if we're quick. Shit, I forgot. I need a charge pet. Or do they not breach the surface? I'm not sure. Let's see if I can be quick through here. Yeah, I know. I know. Weather it. Ugh. There we go. Good. Okay, let's do this. Out on the surface, mind you. Up there. Well, hello there, surface. Shit, that's a Reaper. Yeah, I know. How am I warm? Shouldn't this be cold? Okay, let's see. Oh, shit. Okay, hang on. No, there was a perfectly good platform. Okay, I'll fucking remove my stuff. Jesus. Are you serious? It's this hot up here, okay. I guess I have no choice. Okay, so now I'm trapped. I can't go through that without full health. Yeah, I know how to play this game. Okie dokie. Is there any way I can get, like, mushrooms here or something? What is this? Nope. No. There is not. Great. See, kids, this is when you're ego. When you don't think ahead. When you just want to do things immediately and it doesn't really work out the way you want. I don't think I can reach the mushrooms over there. Shit. I mean, we're literally gonna have to sit here and wait until my HP regenerates. Fine. See if this does anything. Oh yeah, it does a little bit. Okay. Alright, while we're waiting, let's bring out the note tracker. So, I'm happy to say these are all the notes that I have left that belong to the story. Well, at least the Aberration story. Then you also have, of course, the this, which is that one, which is the only one that's down there. That's one of those, you know, the one who wait notes. I'll see if I get that one, but I'm probably not gonna get that one tonight. But yeah, so you can see there's 3 notes here, there's 3 notes here. There's 3 notes down in the red zone, and there's 4 notes in the blue zone. Once I have them all, I'm done with the story. Then it's just a matter of time before I have built up my forces enough to take on Rockwell. Oh yeah, I need to actually get the artifacts to do that. There are 3 caves, and I do believe that one of the caves is actually the one where this note is located, like the one at the real very bottom. And then another cave is the one that I visited before, which is like located somewhere here, like right by, is a very small cave. And then the third one, I'm not really sure where it is. But as you can see, I've been busy clearing out all the notes in the blue zone and in the red zone as well, except for these. So, it actually feels very good to have done that. Why did I not just take the second set of the hazard suit? I don't know. I was like, oh, there's no radiation here. There might not be radiation here, but there is freaking this, which is whatever. I don't even know what this is. These like barrier areas in Aberration that has like all these glowing particles. They're not supposed to be spores from the mushrooms, but they're also not supposed to be radiation. I have no idea what they are. They're just like in the way. You know what I mean? Wait, can I reach mushrooms over here? Because if I can reach the mushrooms here, then I can eat. Then I can eat them for protection. I don't know if I can, though. I don't know if I should. Do I have a backup plan? What happens if I die? I reawaken. I can reawaken at Subterra and I guess jump on another rock drake. That'd be a little bit convoluted, though. I kind of want to try it, but I don't think... No, I think this is way too dangerous. It's way too close. Damn it. I mean, it does kind of look like you can eat some of these mushrooms. Like, they're actually sticking out a little bit. Like, right here. Here. I feel like I should be able to reach it. Do I dare try it? You know? I mean, I'm almost full health, though. Fuck it. Let's not do that. Let's not tempt fate. Okay, never mind. Let's just, no, not there. There. Let's just wait until this is actually all the way there. Once it's all the way there. Wait, could we heal by one of those plant Z species? No, I think it's only dinosaurs or creatures that can heal there. Oh, I wonder if I can climb over this. Like, crawl over it. Come on! Oh, I think I might be able to boost it a little bit. Thank you. Okay. Let's go. Quickly. No, 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 no. Don't climb on the fucking roof. Or wall. There we go. Good. Okay, then. I guess we will... Okay, we'll travel back to Subterra and get a set of freaking hazard gear, hazard suit, whatever. And also fucking charge light pets. Fine, lesson learned. Lesson learned. It's interesting how the new creatures on the map, like the new ones, the ones that you've never encountered before, they are the only ones that don't glow. Whereas the aberrant versions of previously encountered animals are the ones that actually do glow. Oof, what is this? I think I know what it is, yeah. An Ascendant Diplodocus saddle. I'm sorry, I have no use for that, but yeah, thank you. Okay. Oof. Kind of always feel like he's gonna take damage because he's like crashing into walls and stuff. Or she, sorry, she. Actually, no, not here. Excuse me. Okay. Wait right here. Could you move your tail? Thank you. Hello, I'm back. Didn't go so well. Let's do this. There we go. Okay. Let's take that one, that one, that one, that one, that one. Yeah. Looks good. Thank you. Okie dokie. I knew there was some reason I was supposed to use that. Okay, and a charge light pads. Here we go. Fluttershy. Hello there, my old friend. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Charge capacity. Yes. Emission range. Yes. Region. Yes. There we go. Perfect. All right, let's go. Let's go back. I don't know how much time I have left. 22:41. Don't feel like that's going to give me a lot of time. Okay, you do not need to walk underneath the freaking elevator platform. Get me back to the freaking... What? I thought you were in climbing mode. I will also say that as good as these freaking rock drakes are, they're also somewhat clunky to maneuver sometimes. And very, like, sometimes they are just, like, stuck in a... Ooh. Purple. Stuck in, like, in the complete opposite mode that from what you want them to be in, you know? Okay, no. Hey! Jesus! That was, a little bit scary. But, hey, Farty! Nice to see you, man. I'm like, what the fuck? Wow, that made me jump. Always welcome back, Farty. By the way, I mentioned you before in my last stream, which was earlier today. Next week when we start doing Super Nintendo games, the first game is gonna be your request. You requested a long time ago. You requested Metal Warriors. So we're gonna check that one out. Just so you know, in case that's something you want to check out. Is this the right way? Yeah, I think so. Shit! Oh yeah, I have hazard freaking suit, yeah. Wait a minute, where are we? I'm lost now. Yeah, we're aimed completely the wrong way. I was not supposed to go this way. Pain Train. Wait, is it a difficult game? Have you played it before? No more pain games. Why do people always want me to play pain games? That's not good for my health. Cuts down my estimated living time, you know? Distracted you again. Did you? Never played it. Okay, was that an exaggeration then, or was it just a joke? Oh, you're messing. Stop messing with me, head. Please. There's already too much stuff going through it. Okay, maybe we should shed some light on this situation. Thank you. There we go. Now, I'm not sure when morning returns during a 90% night season, but we are already at almost midnight. I don't know. I'm gonna risk it though. I mean, midnight should indicate that there's lots of time left, right? All right, come on. I wanna go out onto the surface. It's time. Surface has been close to me for so long on this map. It is time we conquer it. All the Reapers be damned. So what we're doing right now is we're collecting notes, and I want to get the ones on the surface, and also, if we can actually access the terminals on the surface, the obelisk terminals. There we go. Good. All right, so hazard gear on, and surface inbound. Aww. Well, thank you for remembering to use the lurk mode command. Party, I miss your company. Please stay a while longer next time. But have a good one, man. I genuinely do. Like, it was a long time ago since I really had you here. Oh, here's a fucking note. Right off the bat. Nice. Okay, let's not listen to that yet. There's gonna come a time when we listen to the notes, when there's like a Loremaster stream going on.
I still cannot completely control the machines in the Starlit Sanctuary. I believe they sent us to the correct ARK, but I was unable to control precisely where we arrived on it. Alas, that means the location of the sanctuary is beyond my reach for the time being, along with the molten Egmundium I saw there. Confound it all. Naturally, I cannot confirm that.
Okay, is he chasing after me? Oh yeah, he is.
Until I have inspected it with my own eyes, but it simply must be. It looked exactly like my samples did when I attempted to melt them down.
He can't get up here. That one can, but I don't care about that one.
The wonders I could create.
Go back down underground. I don't need you here. Oh yeah, he actually did. Okay, cool. All right, so this is the surface. Look at this. There are the pillars. And there is actually the obelisk. Look at that. It's like built into the ground. Interesting. Okay, we can't really dawdle here though. Hang on. Dawdle. Need to find the remaining two notes. Let's see. That direction. Somewhere over... No, wait. I didn't actually choose one. That one. Okay. That direction. Gotcha. A little higher up and in that direction. Okay, gotcha. Will you please behave like a normal rock drake. See, this is what I mean. They're really clunky sometimes. Yeah, get over here. Get over here. Ooh, there's more of those, of that, like, element ore, or whatever it's called. Wait, let me just see if there's, like... Shut up. Oh, it's in that direction now, okay. Never mind, then. Actually, a good thing. Okay. Good. 4. No! Again, kids, always be prepared. As opposed to what ego is. I guess we do that. Alright. Fuck it. Where are you? That way. Okay. No. Fuck off. Actually, can we... Oh, that's a low level. Fairly low level. Look at that. Haha! We're actually taking care of this fucker. Cute. He's running! A Reaper is... Okay. Fuck off. Die. We killed our first Reaper King, I think. At least, like, in a direct head-to-head confrontation. Fucking A, man. Like, before, we only had, we had, like, the power of many. With, like, Megalosauruses and Spinosauruses. But we've never been able to kill one-on-one. But now, I don't feel like there's that much of a threat anymore. I mean, they're still a threat, but, you know what I mean? Like, they can be overcome. Yeah, like this one as well. Acid. Oh, sorry. There we go. Good. But where the fuck is the... Where's the... It's over there somewhere. Oh, is it pointing... I don't know. Okay. We'll go this way. There's a fucking red one over there. Oh, okay. We're gonna have to go for that one. Give me that one. It hasn't landed yet. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, it's coming down. Oh! Is that the Earth? Yeah, the Earth really does look like shit. Let's fuck it. What has happened to the Earth? Oh, it's like beneath us or something? Okay, so it's pointing in which direction? In that direction. Okay. Alright. Oh, wait. Okay. Now it's pointing in that direction. Okay. Wait, I think I might see it. Yeah, it's over there. There it is. Good job there. Okay, let's not listen to this right now. Thank Thank you very
I
much.
fear that even with the unwitting aid of Miss Walker, I still cannot completely control the machines in the
118.
Starlit Sanctuary. I believe they sent us to the correct ARK, but I...
What happens to your stream? Something weird going on in the background or just me? What do you mean? What do you mean? Jelly bean. Oh god. Listening to you in my headphones while I'm lurking. Oh, is there like some kind of disturbance in the background? I thought you meant like lag or something like that. If it is a disturbance in the audio, with the audio, I completely know what it is. And I can eliminate it very quickly by doing this. That should improve the audio a little bit. I mean, you have to tell me, but... I can also do this. There we go. A little bit better. How's the stream now, Farty? Farty lardy. I don't even know if it was the audio you were thinking about, but
I was unable to control precisely where we arrived on it. Alas, that means the location I saw in the sanctuary is beyond my reach for the time being, along with the molten Edmundium I saw there.
confound it all.
Naturally, I cannot confirm that molten substance was indeed Edmundium until I have inspected it with my own eyes, but it simply must be.
I'm gonna go for the red
It looked
one.
exactly like my samples did when I attempted to melt them down. Imagine an entire cavern of the most potent element known to man. The wonders I could create.
Oh, come on, right here? Are you serious? It's actually facing the wrong way. Should be able to drop down there and... Right? Oh, there's several there. Oh, it's good now. It was vid and audio? Really? Okay, hurry, 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 hurry. Get it. Thank you. Woohoo! Woohoo! Damn, son! Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, you tell him, Owen Wilson. That was a good one. The video I know nothing about, but the audio was because I actually have a table fan here, which is keeping me cool during the summer, but I deactivated it right now. It's kind of aimed towards like me with the airstream or airflow going right underneath the microphone, so it could actually have affected that. But it's shut off now. I'll go for the golden one here. See if there's anything interesting. Oh, oh, shit. Wait. Let me ride you. Let me ride you. No, let me ride you. Fucking hell. Jesus. Don't you start running away from me. That's not a good thing. Oh, shit. I need food. Okay. What time? Okay. Yeah. I understand. Excuse me, what the fudge are you doing? Okay. Let's get the final note before we leave. Because I feel like we need to take our leave pretty quickly here. We need to get... Okay, forward a bit. Sorry. Yeah, quite the distance, actually. Let's see... Yeah... Shut up. That was a so... The Reapers seem to be fairly low level. The Reaper Kings on the surface, as opposed to the Reaper Queens down in the red zone. Wait, let me see. It's not far away here. It's like over here somewhere. Yeah, it's over here. There it is. I see it. Perfect. Yes. Perfect. Yes. I don't know if I want to linger here. I don't know when the sun is actually going to rise. As soon as the sun rises, if we're still on the surface, we're gonna burn. Like, it's pretty much insta-death. I just want to check the freaking... the terminal. Come on. Hey, here we got all my stuff. Just like when I was down by the Rockwall terminal as well. Megalania saddle, Megalosaurus saddle. But I don't really need anything here. Do I have access to the night vision goggles? Are you fucking shitting me? I'm gonna take them. If the game crashes, fine, but I'm gonna take them anyway. Thank you. Okay, we're going. Let's get out of here. Because I was kind of sure that we lost the night vision goggles. Just from the fact... Or like, when we... Because when we went down to the Rockwell terminal the first time around, I removed the night vision goggles. I think... No, it wasn't the night vision goggles. It was, freaking... The refrigerator. Yeah. No, the fabricator. Yes. Of course it was. Okay, we're out of harm's way right now. Perfect. Good. We're down below the surface again. I think I'm gonna wait until next night session before I go back up to the surface, on the other, like, you know, down by the... Wait, let's do this. Down here and over here, the larger areas on the surface. There's only one note here that I want to get, but there are 3 notes over here. But yeah, I'll wait until daytime has passed. So we'll have like a full 90% nighttime to go up on both at Blob. In both places. Thank you. Party, is everything smooth now? There we go. I'm going to do this. I'm going to jump off here, and I'm going to do save world. There we go. Hopefully that creates a save. where I still have the freaking night vision goggles. Yeah, 2:47. I think daytime. I'm not sure though, but never mind. You know what? Just to be sure, we're going to. What are you doing? See, the freaking rock drakes, masters of the environment on Aberration, but extremely clunky to use sometimes. I know I've already said that, but it begs repeating. Still, I wouldn't want to, you know, play this game without them, because you really do need them. And they are, like Helena says, the only natural enemies of the Reapers. You know, she says it here in the dossiers.
Draconis obscurum is a magnificent example of a predator that has flawlessly adapted to its environment. It is surrounded by cavern walls, so it develops...
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Fucking audio is so low. Good lord. Why is the... I'm sorry, guys. The audio has been extremely low this entire stream. That was not my intention. I turned it down when I was playing before, when I was like just, you know, nursing the breeder rock drakes, and I was actually watching YouTube on the other screen.
Powerful claws with which to scale them.
There we go.
Colorful plumage on its anterior limbs that let it glide from perch to perch. Most dangerous of all, its active camouflage, which lets it fade into the shadows and stalk its prey undetected. It has even adapted to the Nameless and the Reapers. Draconis feathers will raise in warning when they are near, and this massive, elegant lizard seems to be the Reaper's only natural enemy.
See?
With its unparalleled mobility and undeniable power, Draconis obscurum is a highly sought-after mount. Survivors who successfully bring one back from its nesting grounds will suddenly find these caverns are much easier to traverse, and that their enemies have become their unsuspecting prey. Even its saddle and rider are affected by its active camouflage, so a survivor's enemies will never see them coming.
Very true. I mean, this is how it looks. I don't think I have that much for you, much use of it, much use for it in PvE. Although I do think that there is a chance that predators or enemies won't, like AI, won't see you, or there'll be an increased chance of them missing to see you if you are actually camouflaged. I've attempted it before, and I do think that the evidence bear that assumption, but I can't be sure because they have spotted me when I've been cloaked as well, but it could have been because I simply turned on the cloak when they already saw me. Sorry, Farty, if the music or if the sound is too loud now. I hope you didn't get shocked. Tell you what, though, what we're going to be doing now, I think we're going to do this. While we're waiting for daytime to pass, let's go and get the rest of the notes down here. Why not? It'll give us something to do. Oh, okay, let's recharge the stamina a little bit, and let's take stock of the situation here. We are in the blue zone now, and we're gonna find the last blue zone notes. So, let's see here. Okay, the analog is up there. There's one, and there's one. Let's go for the 14th. Seems to be the closest one here. No. Jesus. Crap, okay. Oh, it's actually... Oh, it is above. Okay. Alright. Oh, it's over there somewhere. Okay. Alright. Is this like an outpost of whoever Diana is? That way, okay. Okay, listen to this sound. This is supposed to, I guess, symbolize the vibrant energy inherent in Aberration soil, or the makeup of the map. But to me it sounds like you're hearing like church bells from afar. You can actually really hear it clearly now. You know what I mean? Oh, I'm actually breathing too close to the mic. Sorry. Okay, let's see where where this node is. It's still in that direction, and it's a little bit above us. How is it above us? Wait, what? No, no. Okay. Alright, fine. What? Okay. Hang on. Yeah, it's actually very high up. It's up there, maybe? Okay. Oh, there's an open note down there. I actually see it, but the other one, I'm not so sure where it is. I guess it could be up here. Oh, it most certainly could be up here. Let's see. It's still a ways up. It's over here. Yeah, okay. There it is. It's a dianalog. Bum, 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 bum. Jesus. Okay. Next one. I'll go for that. No, that one first, I think. Oh, it's still above us. Okay. Yeah, it's definitely above us. Wait, okay. Okay, let's see. Is it maybe around here somewhere? I think it might be. It's still further above us. How? There's nothing above us now. 19 up. Okay. Oh. Okay, I didn't take the slanted ground into account. Let's see if I can find it here. There it is. Thank you. Dialogue 13. There we go. That's closer. Actually, you know what we could do while waiting for it to be night again later on? We could read the logs of this Diana person, because I have a feeling that she might be able to shed some light of what the ARKs actually are. They seem to be advanced logs. I've already collected all of the Mei Yin logs, and it's actually kind of interesting. We don't need to read those, but she found herself on this ARK, adapted to the environment, and then she met some future people. And she had a lot of adventures with them, and bottom line is she basically decided to stay here with the future people and, you know, adjust, adapt, give up on her old home because she felt more at home here. So now she has like access to advanced armor and sci-fi weaponry and whatnot. That's pretty much the gist of it. I do know that Helena will cross paths with Mayan during her logs. I will play them during the Loremaster stream. Or actually, this is almost kind of a Loremaster stream. We are going for the final notes after all. I didn't even think about that. I just thought about going to the surface. But I want to read the future people, the Diana log as well. And then we'll see what's what. Because it's kind of interesting to think, if they're not connected to the ARKs, then even people from the future have been brought here against their will and like have no idea what's going on. Yeah, okay, that one. Good. Okay, I get it. I think we need to turn around. Okay, quiet. Oh, really? Spider versus lizard. The lizard will win every time. I'm just kidding. Not necessarily, but yeah. Okay. Let's see. We're pretty close. It is in that direction. Okay. Maybe here? No. Ah, there it is. Entry 13. Alright, next. Let's see. That one. No, sorry. There you go. Alright. I should really... Okay, after we get this one, I really need to get back to Subterra and check on the Tamara rock drake. Yeah, let's go that way. Okay, let's try not to end up in the water. Thank you. Whee! That was fun. Like, you ain't catching me, dog. Do you know who I am, Bish? I'm Rock Drake, you know? Ah, there it is. See it. Yeah, that is the audible telltale sign that daylight has officially returned. As you can see up ahead. So had we been on the surface now, ooh, we would have been toast. Like, literally toast. Okay, get your stamina back. Thank you very much. Okay. For some reason, there was a little bit of an audio lag. There was some audio lag with the wind whooshing sound. Wrong way. Really? Okay, then let me get off. There you go. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I guess, yeah. Ooh, nice. Okay, we'll do that for now. Check on the juvenile. Alright, yeah, it's time to move you away from here. You're way too big. Follow. Come on. There we go. There we go. Okay. Stay here then, I guess. Nope. Very good. Maybe give you another, frickin'... Yeah. Do 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 do. Oh shit, they're almost gone. Okay, never mind then. Oh shit, there's a Spino just outside. Huh. Looked like he was stuck or something. There we go. Very good, very good. Okay. There we go. Perfect. There we go. And yeah, the saddle I should actually deposit in. Yeah, okay. In the inventory of Tamara. So she'll have it once it's time. Can we, like, fix this? Or, no. You know what? Let's just exchange it. There we go. Okay, so let's go down to the red zone and get the last final notes down there. That's really deep, but yeah, let's do it. I do think I know the best way to get there. Because I've been down there quite a few times lately. I've started to learn this map. It would be strange if I hadn't, you know? Okay. I am going to do a save world command here. Thank you. Okay, we need to throw these things away. To lighten our burden. There we go. And melee damage, yes. There we go. Very good. 219 level. Nice. Alright, let's go. I should have put points in stamina as well. I just realized. No, turn around this way. Thank you. Okay. Take it easy. Let's see. Where are we facing right now? Okay, we're not that far away at all, actually. That way. Wait, did we actually mark the... No, we didn't. We didn't mark the correct ones. Let's go for that one then, I guess. Yeah, I thought it was this way. Yes. Exactly. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I guess this is the Loremaster stream since we're collecting notes on stream. I did that on Scorched Earth as well. Like, I just really need to decide if it is or isn't, but I think it is. I guess we'll go through Helena and Rockwell's notes as, like, the last thing we do tonight. Then. There it is. I see it. I see it.
I fear that with the unwitting aid of Miss Walker, I still cannot completely control the machines in the Starlit Sanctuary.
There we go. Okay,
I
good.
believe they sent us to the correct ARK, but I was unable to control precisely where we arrived on
Okay, Rockwell.
it. Alas, that means the location I saw in the sanctuary is beyond my reach for the time being, along with the molten Edmundium I saw there.
I keep
Confound
going
it all.
through this one because this one is the one that I
I
heard.
cannot confirm that molten substance was indeed Edmundium
Okay.
until I have inspected it with my own eyes, but it simply must be.
Next.
It looked exactly like my samples did when I attempted to melt them down. Imagine an entire
way.
cavern of the most potent element known to man. The wonders I could create.
Is it over here? Not exactly sure. Okay, it's 10 meters up and it's over in that direction. Okay. No, it's still further away. Okay, I can't see shit here. Let's do that. Thank you very much. Still in that direction. Gotcha. Over here. There it is. Yeah, see it. Yes, I know. Okay. Wait a minute. I think she's actually saying... No, I was gonna press
I fear
that.
even with the unwitting aid of Miss Walker, I still cannot completely control the machine.
Okay, time for the final note down here.
I believe they sent us to the correct ARK, but I was unable
There
to
we go.
control precisely where we arrived on it.
I know you are
Alas,
not
that means
able to
the
do that.
location I saw in the sanctuary is beyond my reach for the time being, along with the molten Edmundium I saw there. Confound
Wait.
it all.
Wait a
Naturally,
minute.
I cannot confirm that molten substance was indeed Edmundium until I have
No, I
inspected
think
it
we're
with
actually
my
supposed
own
to...
eyes, but it simply
Hang on.
must be. It looked exactly like my samples did when I attempted to melt them down. Imagine an entire cavern of the most potent element known to man. The wonders I could create.
Okay. You know what I think just happened? I think we actually... actually entered the cave. But I'm not seeing... Yeah, I think we need to actually go... Yeah, there. Okay. I mean, should we try to go for the artifact while we're here? I don't know. I don't know how tough this cave is. Yeah, it's way over there. Okay. Oh my god. Holy shit, did you see how many Seekers that was? Good lord. Okay, it's in that direction. Look what we have here. We do have a lot of, like, fire wings or whatever they're called. Flame wings. Oh, there it is! The last node in the underground. At least from the story perspective.
To be complete tomorrow.
All right,
So last
cool.
night-
I fear that even with the unwitting aid of Miss Walker, I still cannot completely control the machines in the Starlit
Okay, we're gonna
Sector.
go for the surface now, the
I
other
believe
two
they sent
areas.
us to the correct ARK,
Because
but I was
I'm gonna
unable
go
to
for the
control
artifacts
precisely
later.
where we arrived on it.
Right now, I don't want to
Alas,
do that.
That means the location I saw in the sanctuary is beyond my
'Cause I wanna
reach for the
save
time
time.
being, along with the molten Edmundium I saw there. Confound it all.
Found it all.
I cannot confirm that molten substance was indeed Edmundium until I have inspected it with my own eyes, but it simply must be. It looked exactly like my samples did when I attempted to melt them down.
Shit.
Imagine
Good.
an entire cavern of the most potent element known to man. Wonders I could
Thank you.
create.
All right. I'm leaving the fucking cave here. There we go. I'm gonna come back here, of course, when we're gonna go for the artifacts. But if this is gonna be a Loremaster stream, then this is gonna be a Loremaster stream. Actually, we don't have to go for that one place. It's enough if we go for the final one with the notes that aren't the one who waits. Yeah, why not? I think I'm in the right position. Let me see, where am I? I'm down there, okay. And where am I facing? I'm facing upwards, okay. So we're supposed to go... Okay, alright. There we go. I see the blue zone way in the distance. Okay, so yeah, nighttime has not fallen yet. Apparently. 1816. I don't think it's too far away. Wait. Yeah, it's still 90% night. Oh. Oh, we're all the way here. Okay. See, that's the freaking bridge or railway or whatever it is that leads over to the spine. And in the other direction, it leads to the portal. Oof. Jesus. Didn't even have time to render the freaking themes that I have here. Wow, that was so quick. But yeah, look at that. The daylight is running out. Okay, you know what? Let's head up there and see what's it all about. What it's all about. No, it looks like, yeah. Night is actually happening. Get up. Oh. Kind of want to get to the surface before the flames go out. I want to see it again and then see how it looks when they just die down. But I don't think I'm gonna make it. See if I can find the freaking area first. I think it's around here somewhere. There it is, I think. Maybe. Okay, yeah, we're gonna yeah, I didn't make it, unfortunately. I think it's gonna switch over by 7 o'clock. Wait, is it down here? Yeah, there it is. No, look at that. Flames are gone. We didn't even hear the doon 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 doon. You know, the whatever it's called. Like the the chime that sort of notifies that it's like a different time of the day-night cycle now. Okay. This area looks a little bit worse for wear than the other one. That's very slanted and looks like a broken obelisk. And that looks like a freaking broken station pillar. The entire thing. We did see that, though, in the... when we fought the Overseer on the island, there was one ARK that had like one of the pillars was broken. I think this is the ARK that we're on right now. Alright, never mind. Let's check the freaking... Oh, we're actually really close to one. This one. Grad Journal Amelia. This is actually a very sad collection of notes. It details, like, 5, I think, grad students that have been transported here. This is actually the notes that you pick up in the backpacks. It details like a group of grad students that have found themselves here, and then gradually they just get picked off by the dangers here. It's actually very sad to read that one, that collection. Let me see. Yeah, it's supposed to be here somewhere. Okay, it's still over here somewhere. Oh, there it is. Aw, poor Amelia. Okay. I guess we're done with the grad students then. Yeah. This one is really, like, dark. This is very depressing to read, the graduate students. Mayin is... Well, Mayin. And then we have Helena, Edmund, and then if we remove the grad students, we can also add to this the frickin' future logs, which I only have 2 left now, and they're both here, I guess. Yeah, they are. Good. We'll go for number 10 first. I think I'm actually going to read those logs before we do Helena and Rockwell. I really want to see what they're all about. Just please, thank you. Quiet, you. Trying to scare me, are you? Okay, it's in that direction, okay. It's still somewhere. Oh shit, 2 of them. I don't know if I can do 2 of them. Didn't I just come from this direction? Okay, it's still... Okay. Dude, just freaking climb. Thank you. That way, okay. That way. Yeah. Oh shit, it's 2 of them. Yeah, try to catch me now, fuckers. They didn't even really hurt me. I think he hit me with, like, his tail projectiles or something. Okay, yeah, bring it out again. There we go. Okay, so it's... Where? Over there, okay. I mean, she's too strong. Oh, there it is. See it? She's too strong for you guys. Okay, last one. There you go. Oh, it's actually straight ahead. Kind of a fair distance ahead. Okay. Hang on. I get it. Yeah, the obelisks here look kind of corrupted, I have to say. Oh, what clued you in, Sherlock? I know, right? Is it like over by the obelisks? Hang on. Oh yeah, it's actually pointing straight at it. Okay. Look at that. The obelisk is actually lodged into the ground here. Interesting. Oh, really? Wow, you have no chance. I'm sorry. There you go. Okay. Jesus. Over there. Okay. Yes, I get it. Okay. Stop. Thank you. There it is. I see it. Thank you. Whee! Alright, that's it. Now we have all the logs. Pretty much. Except for the one who waits, which I don't consider that super important to actually partake in until we get to extinction. I think that's where, like, everything unravels. So let's get back to Subterra and just do the Loremaster read. If I can freaking find the... Boom! Oh, can you not reach me? Really? Okay, I'm a little too cocky now. I know. I think this is the way out, right? Yeah, I think so. Look at that broken pillar, like, slanted. The other two are, like, very straight. Okay, let's see, where are we? Okay. Yeah, I get it. We are facing away from the... Okay. Wait, isn't this... Where the hell does this go, then? Oh, it doesn't go anywhere. No, wait, there's a building here. Somebody told me that everything on Aberration's surface that is like... If you need to get down, always follow the built stuff. You know, the buildings. Or the structures. Yeah. This seems to be it. Is this where I actually came up? I think so, yeah, okay. Whee! Okay, awesome. We've got all the notes. It's time to become a little wiser. Although the notes, I have to say, do take a while to go through. But then again, Diana's logs seem to be few in number, so they might not take too long. But yeah, it's about time we actually learned what the story is behind this ARK. Because I'm assuming they know what this ARK is all about. I mean, the ARKs, or these ARKs, the ARK network, because they seem to be very futuristic. It doesn't take a genius to figure out that we are in the future, since the Earth is all like destroyed. And since they are future people, they should also be aware of what this is all about. So let's go check. Whee! We've already been streaming for 2 hours, but never mind. Yeah, she's covered. Okay, good. All right, let's make ourselves comfortable in our like bedroom or something. Remove helmets and hand gloves. Let me just make sure. I did get all the notes, right? All of these. Yeah, I did. Look at that. All of these. Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of gross. All of Mayan. Yeah, and all grad students. Nice. Case fucking closed. There we go. There we go. And just throw it away. Or throw her away. Oh, sorry. Right. Okay then. Let's do this, shall we? Explore notes. So, what I do know is... Yeah, like... Mei Yin ended up here with Nerva's body in tow. Then she started to adapt and, like, you know, find creatures and whatnot. And then she discovered, like, tracks. No, wait, that was the same one. Yeah. Then she discovered, like, future humans, and she doesn't understand how the hell they have armor that do magical things and whatnot. And then she starts using it at herself, and then she becomes friends with them. She integrates with them, and the final one is all about how she wants to stay with them. I've been thinking of home lately. It's so far away now. Yeah, yada, 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 yada. Okay, good to know. Graduate students, like I said, extremely dark path of notes about, I think, 5 grad students from modern times, as you can see, that have ended up here and just go through hell on earth and get picked off one by one, and some of them like turn to the dark side and start following Rockwell like a master. Like this Boris guy. Like he's all dark and gloomy and like the master's everything, yada yada yada. And then we have like, yeah, we have Amelia who dies, I think. I mean, all of them die, so I guess they do. Rusty dies. I think the first one of Amelia's is like, yeah, we found his shirt. No, wait, the second one. No, wait, the third one, maybe. Yeah, here. Oh, we found Rusty's shirt. He dead. He dead, man. And then Trent uses the journal. He actually seems to be like a really cool guy. Sci-fi, like, fan and whatnot. And they find weapons. And everything looks good when it's only him and this other guy left. And then his final entry is like, oh shit, I'm sick. He gets impregnated by a Reaper. We all know how that goes. The final guy is like Imamu, who, yeah, he like, I don't know. He also starts to hear the voice of Rockwell. And then at the end, he's like completely... No, this Sky, I don't actually know who that is, but final entry of Imama is like, oh, there's no escape from the Master. There's no escape from Rockwell. So it's a very dark path to read this one. Helena Walker, Edmund Rockwell, of course, but let's check out the future log. There we go. Future stuff. Well, that felt good to admit. If I'd kept that bottled up and... Oh, shit. I shouldn't be leading this group. Well, that felt good to admit. If I'd kept that bottled up in my head any longer, my brain was going to explode. I mean, I know why everyone's looking at me. I'm URE, Armed Forces, fighting for a free and united Earth, yada, yada, yada. But I'm just a pilot. Throw me in any squadron you want, and I'll be your top stick. Bet the house on it. Just don't expect me to command the damn thing. All I can really do is try to keep everyone's spirits up. Sure, we're in the ass end of nowhere, but a smile and a few laughs can go a long way in even the worst of situations. Can't make rations out of it, but hey, baby steps. Right? You know, this whole staving off the ever-looming specter of despair thing would have been a lot easier without all the dinosaurs. Did I not mention those? I should have mentioned those. Anyway, turns out that raptor attacks aren't so great for morale. True story. At least the weather's holding up. We've had clear skies for 3 days now. It was a good idea to start giving people call signs too. Getting a new call sign from my squadron always made me feel closer to them, whatever it was. Hopefully it works with this bunch. The newbie suggested rubberneck for me, since I keep looking at the sky, but I can't help it. It really is gorgeous here, a perfect blue. Okay, so this is probably before we had to live on underground. I feel so much lighter now. Sure, part of that might come from sleeping in an actual bed. But mostly I'm just relieved that my ragtag band of rascals is in better hands. This larger group we joined is way more organized. They've been setting up shelters, mining element, and establishing a perimeter for weeks. Not surprising. One of the leaders is URE Special Forces, after all. Weirdly, some of the people here are from the Federation. Oh, so there's like multiple factions. But given our situation, even the Feddies are being team players. Hope that truce holds up when we get this tech gear up and running. Oh. URE, United Republic of Earth. Terran Federation, Global Conglomerates. Okay, interesting. Are they like fighting against each other or something? The more the camp's grown, the more tense things have become with the Fetties. So today we decided to break the ice. Whatever's happening between the United Republics of Earth and the Terran Federation in the rest of the world doesn't matter. We're all in this together, right? Of course, with my dumb luck, I didn't make nice with just any old Fetty. I unknowingly buddied up to Santiago. Okay, so that's the Santiago I've been hearing about. Who Vin Diesel supposedly is gonna play in the ARK animated series. Yeah, as in the Santiago that's so famous he's only got one name. As in the guy who hacked into URE Command one day and reverse engineered our latest tech armor the next. That's Santiago. Turns out he's really into pop music. Super disappointed he's missing the new season of URE Idol. Go figure. Okay, so what? Idol is still going on in the future? Jesus. Okay. Oh, that was the same one. Okay. The top brass finally agreed on a plan today. According to our makeshift engineering core, we've got the resources to cobble together an off-brand, flight-ready suit of tech armor in a month or two. One person will then take that armor and leave it in search of help. Me. Okay, so you don't know what this is all about, or why? I'm fully certified for tech armor, so I've got a good shot at succeeding. And I'm pretty sure that my new... Or have they just crash-landed here or something? And I'm pretty sure that my new buddy was the one who got the other Fetties on board. I was the only pick they could agree on. It's a lot of pressure, but this is the kind I like. No big group decisions, just a set of wings and an impossible mission. That's what Diana Altaras is all about. Oh baby, did I miss real speed. And the sky, I missed you too. Beautiful. That prototype jetpack might not compare to my fighter, but the rush I got was better than I'd hoped. Guess I've been stuck here for longer than I thought. Santiago's been joking about how much I owe him, but he's more right than he knows. I promised to bring him some music for the ride back to civilization. At least I can do that for the little nerd. The full set of armor should be done by the next week. Then it's finally showtime. So much for that. Less than a day after I set out, my mission hit a wall, or more specifically, an invisible energy barrier that extends around this entire area. Okay, so they don't even know what this place is. It doesn't sound like it. Definitely in my bottom 10 landings of all time, by the way. My shoulder's still feeling it. Once I reported back, I took Santiago to inspect the barrier. He thinks it's also the culprit that's responsible for jamming our long-range signals. So basically, as long as this barrier exists, we have no way to reach the outside world. We're completely isolated. Unless, of course, we find a way to take it down. Ooh. Interesting. We finally found our target. Apparently those 3 obelisks on the horizon are attached to some crazy teleportation tech, and each one is linked to a 4th signal high above us. Okay. Whatever's up there is what we need to take out. Santiago says he can get us there by bypassing the security on one of the obelisk platforms. Trouble is, we don't know what'll be waiting for us, and not everyone here is combat ready. So we're going to take the diplomatic approach and make our mysterious hosts a present. The leaders don't want to risk spoiling the surprise, so we're discreetly building it in pieces. The whole bomb won't... Bomb? Okay. The whole bomb won't even be assembled until the minute the operation starts. Our captors won't know what hit them. Oh! Are they the one who broke the fucking... one of the pillars? With the bomb? Interesting. It's all like falling into place now. Months of planning, a squad of guys armed to the teeth, and the biggest homemade bomb you've ever seen. And we still weren't prepared. How could we be? I don't think anyone could have been ready for that insane, shape-shifting whatever it was. They faced the Overseer. Okay. It attacked us as soon as we carted the package to the center of the platform. We were getting taken out so fast that we just set the bomb on a short fuse and made a break for it. Really? You were future people. I fucking killed that thing with like an army of Rexes. I was in like medieval armor, for Christ's sake. Sorry. Less than half of us managed to dive off the platform in time, and I could feel the heat of the explosion as I fell. If I hadn't stabilized Santiago on the way down, okay, that's cool, he'd have been paced too. Of course, with everything that's been happening since we blew up that platform, we all might be screwed anyway. Okay. So they basically destroyed the platform. Interesting. All right. Yeah, here we can clearly see it. Things have gone sideways in a hurry, and I mean seriously foobar. Destroying that platform didn't just weaken the barrier trapping us here. It took out the whole freaking sky. Or at least the giant hologram that was posing as it. Yeah. So yeah, it turns out this entire landmass and everything on it is orbiting the Earth like some kind of artificial space island. Wild, right? Okay, they definitely don't know what this is. I'd appreciate the sheer insanity of that a lot more if this place didn't feel like it was falling apart. We're taking all we can carry and making a break for what cave system we discovered a while back. If the atmosphere is thicker underground, then we've got a shot of pulling through. Diana 11. Looks like we made it just in time. I backtracked to take a peek at the surface, and it's just one big fire. Yeah, that's not a metaphor. I mean, it's actually burning. I guess some combination of the radiation that's leaking through the barrier and reflected sunlight is turning it into our own private hellscape. That's not exactly the kind of thing you want in your backyard, so the plan is to keep delving into these caverns. The good news is that they're way bigger than we ever thought. We should be able to set up a pretty extensive base of operations, and after that, better not think that far ahead. Chin up and eyes forward, soldier. Alright. Our base is looking pretty fancy these days. We even had enough spare element to whip up some genuine hyper chambers. I'm feeling more rested than ever, yet somehow just as restless. There's no sky to lose myself in anymore. That's the problem. It's left me too much time to think. Weirdly, I keep coming back to my necklace. The Star of David. Oh, one my mother gave me. Sometimes I catch myself reaching for it, forgetting it's not there. Why is that? I've never been too religious. Better take one of those gliders for a spin to clear my head. They're the only way to fly now that our jetpacks stop working. Maybe I'll think of some dirtier jokes while I'm at it. Okay. Halstead one-upped me on the last patrol, and I can't let that stand. Okay. 13. I always knew Santiago would come up with a new plan. His taste in pop idols might be questionable, but if anyone can figure this place out, it's him. Right? Broken station life support compromised. Ooh. After studying the obelisks in depth, he's convinced that he can design an amped up version of their teleportation tech that can connect to more distant platforms. Specifically, it would be able to lock onto a signal we discovered a few weeks ago. One that's on a slightly different frequency than all the other obelisks we've detected. More importantly, it's far, far away from any of them. The scale of this would be massive. We're talking years of work. But everyone agrees that it's our best move. The Gateway project is officially underway. Cool. I knew the Gateway project would be gigantic, but it's still amazing to see how it's grown. We're not even halfway done, and it's already a sight to behold. The size is a product of how far we need to travel. Oh, is that project like the structure that was built around one of the obelisks? That could totally be it. That could totally be that project. I love that. Like, there's so much lore hidden in just the scenery, you know? We're not even halfway done. It's already a sight to behold. The size is a product of how far we need to travel. The greater the distance, the bigger the teleportation matrix needs to be. Of course, that means we'll also need a lot more power. But we got a solution for that too. The obelisks. Those bad boys are trapped into this place's main power supply. So in theory, we can hijack that power for ourselves. The caveat is that we need a massive surge of it all at once. And we're not certain how to pull that off. We'll crack that code eventually, though I'm sure of it. That was 14, right? Yeah, okay. 15. Why do I always get picked to check on the obelisk? I really wish they'd send someone else for change. Every time I have to scale these stupid walls with climbing picks, I wish my armor's jetpack still worked. Okay, so they don't master the dinos, apparently. They're relying strictly on tech. Even though it hasn't for years. Oh, so they've been there for years now. We never did figure out why they lost so much functionality after the catastrophe. Something new in the atmosphere, maybe. It's still worth wearing when we brave the surface, but I just feel so slow in it. Okay, so it's been years since they blew up the platform. Got it. Oh, speaking of armor, I found something weird on my last trip. A burnt out chest plate and some even crispier human remains. I don't know how, but I think we've got some new arrivals. Yeah. That's totally Nerva that she found. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. We're going to keep reading here if she finds Mei Yin, because I've already read her story. If she meets any of Helena or Rockwell, however, I might want to... Now, let's just go through it. Yeah. Okay, 16. This woman, Mei Yin, yeah, there you go. She's not like anyone I've ever met, and not just because she's from hundreds of years in the past. It's those eyes. They're just so intense. It's like staring into a storm. She caused a real stir when we first brought her back to base with her pet monster, but everyone's used to her by now. Honestly, I think she trusts us way less than we trust her. She only seems to speak when she's doing chores, and she's always got one hand on that sword of hers. I guess that's what it takes to survive all alone like that. But hopefully she'll learn that it's okay to let her guard down. Maybe then I can really meet the person behind those eyes. Cool. Rock Drake, Cave System Apex Predator, Mei Yin's Mount, fully domesticated creature. I don't think I really understood hard work until I met Mei. Whether she's learning how to operate holographic controls or working on her aim, she basically tries as hard as she can all the time, and she hates asking for help. Instead, she'll just scrunch her eyebrows and glare at whatever she's working on until she can think of a solution. It's kind of adorable, to be honest. The only time I think she takes it easy is when we're sparring. That really opened her up, by the way. She even gave me a call sign, Juicy, although she won't tell me what it means. I'd bet the answer on a match, but she'd kick my butt in a heartbeat if she got serious. Those muscles are cheat codes. Okay, since I've read Mei Yin's story already for Aberration, I can tell you that Juicy means, I think it was like orange, the fruit, because of her hair. Diana has like red hair. 18. Well, looks like I'm off on another impossible mission. It's been way too long if you ask me. Okay, while this is going on, let me get another Coke. My throat is sore now. It's actually 3 a.m. But we're almost done. We're just gonna go through the logs of Helena and Rockwell as well. Oh, that actually tastes really good. Thank you. Okay, so those abandoned structures that scout team spotted a while back, we're still not sure who left them there. But Santiago says that he's detecting the emissions from what could be hypercharged, crystallized element shards in their vicinity. We need those for the Gateway Project's focusing lens, and we haven't been able to make them ourselves. The trouble is, we can't even survive down there without hazard suits. And half of that scout team got torn to pieces by the nastiest, ugliest creatures we've ever seen. This could get bumpy. Only 2 more logs left of Diana. I'm leaving this for the record in the event of mission failure. Oh shit, mission log. First Lieutenant Diana Altaras, URE 82nd Fighter Squadron. I'm leaving this for the record in the case of mission failure. In the event of mission failure. We lost most of the team soon after arriving in the area of operations. Rojo and Flynn got picked off as we neared the target. Halstead and I are the last remaining assets. I was able to confirm that the target is in the ruins and have encoded the coordinates within this message. I'm going to leave this behind and then we'll make one last run at it. Oh, and if someone could read this to May, sorry I'll never make good on that jet ride. You'd have loved it, I promise. But she actually comes and saves them because May Yin has already written about it. I finally finished the necklace. I could have had someone else make it, but that wouldn't have felt right. Not after all May went through to help me. At first I was worried she didn't like it, but it turns out that she just felt guilty for receiving a gift without giving one. Typical, right? So in exchange, I finally learned what Juicy meant. Tangerine. This whole time she's been calling me Tangerine. Definitely not the worst ginger-centric call sign I've had, though. And totally worth it for that look on her face. She was so embarrassed. In that moment, I almost leaned in but I don't think she understands how I feel. Not completely, not yet. That's okay. For once, I'm not in a rush. Once we step through that gateway, we'll have all the time in the world. Oh my god. In the ARK animated series too, there's like a lot of... I don't know. Okay, let's go for it. Helena Note 1. I'm gonna read the... I'm gonna, like, have them go one each, you know? So we... Are they actually evenly matched? Oh, yeah, they are. Cool. Alright, let's do it.
Bloody hell. This place is weird.
Now I don't need to
Don't get me
read.
wrong,
Thank you.
It's fascinating too. Such an abundance of underground flora is completely unheard of. And because so many of the plants here are bioluminescent, the whole forest has an eerie beauty to it. That's just it though. Eerie is the operative word. I've been holding my rifle so tightly since we got here that I swear I've left dents in the grip. We should have gone back to the island. People know us there. They might have preferred help and supplies.
Offered.
Rockwell didn't want to hear it though. And I wasn't about to let him come here alone.
Now we can actually listen to this one.
I fear that even with the unwitting aid of Miss Walker, I still cannot completely control the machines in the Starlit Sanctuary. I believe they sent us to the correct ARK, but I was unable to control precisely where we arrived on it. Alas, that means the location I saw in the Sanctuary is beyond my reach for the time being, along with the molten Edmundium I saw there. Confound it all.
Confound it all.
Naturally, I cannot confirm that molten substance was indeed Edmundium until I have inspected it with my own eyes, but it simply must be. It looked exactly like my samples did when I attempted to melt them down.
On scorched earth.
An entire cavern of the most potent element known to man. The wonders I could create.
Alright. Next.
You can't surprise me anymore, life, I said. After wyverns, golems, and giant sandworms, I'm ready for anything. What about flying squidbat murder monsters, life replied. Well, that is mildly surprising, I conceded. By which I mean, I shot and cursed at those things all afternoon. At least when I wasn't running from them. Thankfully, after thinning their numbers a little, they decided that Rockwell and I weren't worth the trouble. Let's hope they don't change their minds. I'm not sure I have enough ammunition left to fend them off again. And yes, I know that FSBMM isn't the most scientific of monikers, but I'm bloody upset with them right now, so that's what I'm calling them. Along with some other names I'd rather not write down.
FSBMM? It says that there, and she said it, but this does not look like an S to me. This can only be an O. This is not an S. Alright, never mind. Let's keep going.
While the molten Edmundium remains elusive, this underground forest has proven quite illuminating, both figuratively and literally. Many of this cavern's species are bioluminescent, so out of curiosity, I
Jesus!
tested several of the glowing insects that are common here. After further study, I have concluded that the luminescent fluid found in their posteriors carries something akin to a bioelectric charge. However, I cannot determine how it is generated, and with no place to store it, said charge fades quickly. Curious. Curious indeed. What could be the cause of this? With no sunlight to provide the forest with energy, perhaps this charge comes from the soil.
Aha! I was gonna say something. I don't remember what I was gonna say. Sorry.
While I can't say I'm enamored with this station's wildlife, I'm certainly grateful for its abundance of natural resources, particularly water. The permeability of the rocks here is astounding. The cavern walls are wet with condensation, and the floor is littered with pools of water. After all that time in the desert, this is one change I can welcome with open arms. Thank God for hydration. I don't mean that just for my own sake either. Rockwell seems distracted. The other day, I had to keep him from walking headlong into a poisonous mushroom. He wouldn't fare well in a harsher environment. Then again, at his age, I'm sure I'd lose a step too.
Now, let's not age shame.
Yes, of course, the Edmundium is the cause. If there are truly molten pools of Edmundium somewhere in these caverns, then Edmundium minerals would have spread throughout the soil over time, allowing its wondrous properties to affect nearby flora and fauna. Even if it is not the direct source of the charge found in this forest's bioluminescent wildlife, it may have incited incremental changes in those species over several generations, which then led to their development of an internal charge. How invigorating! I could be standing in the middle of an entire ecosystem that has been absorbing the effects of Edmundium for generations, and all of its secrets are mine for the taking. Magnificent.
Okay, we're starting to hear you slip a little bit there.
There's no mistaking it. That was a giant armored mole rat. Thankfully, it wasn't aggressive, so I was able to get a good look at it. Its appearance made me realize something that I taken for granted. Every creature I've encountered has some basis on either a known species or human legend. Golems and wyverns never existed on Earth.
It's actually easier to read here.
Write stories about them. Even the FSBMMs still cross with them.
See, that's an S.
Of known fauna. What does that mean? Are the curators of these stations human? Do they merely possess extensive knowledge of humans, or am I grasping at straws? I can't say, but it's worth pondering.
Which one? This was number 4. Okay.
I must admit I am glad that I coerced Miss Walker into accompanying me. Her scientific mind may be far below my own, but she can fire a rifle proficiently enough. I suppose that is no surprise. She is a colonial after all, and she never has been terribly ladylike. I hadn't noticed what a foul mouth she has either. Dreadful. However, despite her past deceptions and uncouth vulgarity, I must tolerate her presence for now. The predators here are not to be trifled with. Of course, in my youth I could have grappled them into submission. Why, I would simply pin their wings behind their backs and drive them to the ground. Yes, I'd give them a truly thorough thrashing. Oh, to be young again.
I actually got a little bit surprised that Nerva got killed, because I thought he would return. He was never, like, confirmed to be killed on the island. So I was surprised when Mei Yin showed up, and it was like, oh, yeah, I have his body here. I'm gonna bury him, and, you know, it's felt a little bit... I mean, okay, it's probably a good thing, but still, it was, like, very final and very anticlimactic. Okay.
The FSBMMs returned, and I was right. I didn't have the firepower to fight them. Luckily, someone else did. It was incredible. I've never seen a human move that fast. 1 second, I'm a dead woman, and the next, there's someone in glowing silver armor tearing through those creatures like they were dodos. One got punched so hard, it skipped off the cavern floor. As if a superhuman savior wasn't shocking enough, when they lifted their visor, I found a familiar face. It was Mei Yin. It took me a good minute to form a sentence after that. I must have looked like a complete dipstick because I swear she almost laughed. At least I'm a living dipstick, and with her around, I just might stay that way.
Mm-hmm.
Miss Walker, I can tolerate for now, but I cannot abide by this barbarian.
Of course you would have a problem with it.
She even lives, much less how she ended up here. A primitive mind like hers could never have operated the contraptions in the Starlit Sanctuary. Yet, here she stands, and worst of all, she wears a suit of Edmundium armor. The very thing I seek has already been claimed by some savage, sword-wielding tart.
Oh, he's butthurt.
Such a beautiful product of science should not be sullied by her blood-stained hands. No. Rockwell, you must be calm. If she senses hostility, she will surely kill you on the spot. Yes, for now, I must bide my time and learn what I can. Whoever constructed this armor, I must find them.
Right on.
What's the saying, absence makes the heart grow fonder? On the island, I wasn't sure where I stood with Mei Yin, but now we've been catching up like best mates. She apologized for sucking me in the face, I learned how she arrived here, and that she got her new scar while battling Nerva to the death. You know, best mate things. She also introduced us to some of her new allies at her camp. And here's where it gets loony. They're from the future. Well, my future, anyway. It all fits, doesn't it? I never met anyone from my future before, but Mei Yin and Rockwell are from my past, and the technology here is beyond anything from my present. Clearly, the current year is far beyond 2008. But by how much?
Oh, so she's from 2008, Alright. Fair enough. I was with my ex when Helena disappeared, apparently. I was still with Kim. Oh, Lord. Okay. Note 6, Rockwell 6.
Astounding. That remarkable armor was but the tip of the iceberg. The barbarian woman has escorted us to the home of her new masters, and I can take nary a step without finding some wondrous new piece of technology. Much of it relying on the power of Edmundium. The casual manner in which they use and refer to these wonders leads me to believe that while they are deeply familiar with the marvelous metal, they may not grasp the depths of its potential. Yes, Rockwell, this was well worth tolerating Miss Walker and her savage companion. I shall learn what these supposed future men know, and take it many steps further.
See, that's where you're completely going off the deep end, because you don't need... Everything is good in moderation, Rockwell. I'm just saying.
The journey to the village was a bit tricky. Since Rockwell and I lacked the high-tech armor that others wear, they had to help us along with rope ladders and zip lines. We made it eventually, though. And it's quite the sight. The technology this tribe uses is incredible. Although Rockwell was far more intrigued by it than I was. Mayen's friend, Diana, gave us the grand tour, and he pelted her with questions the whole time. Fortunately, Diana just smiled and answered his questions patiently. Apparently, she was a pilot in her own time, which is the same era her fellow villagers are from. That there are so many people from one time period on one station seems unusual. I wonder what it means.
The village has a vast supply of Edmundium, far more than my own paltry samples. In this quantity, I can almost hear it singing to me as I study it.
The church bells!
Pulses with energy at such an entrancing rhythm that it's hard to tear my eyes away from it. The villagers here refer to it as element. Nonsense. Everything is an element. Did they simply forget to name it? I have also been learning what they know of the charge that is common in this place, which I made note of earlier. Their own studies confirm my suspicions that it is the result of the Edmundium that permeates the caverns. That makes it worth researching.
Interesting.
I have to convince them to stop. There's no way the station will allow this.
Oh, right.
This place would never allow anyone to master it. If it weren't for Raya's warning, I'd be ecstatic about what they were creating. A gateway that can help us escape the station and reach the planet below? It's brilliant. But the obelisks will kill everyone here before we can complete it. Just like they destroyed the village Raya told me about. I'm sure of it. Bloody hell. I'm gonna look like an absolute madwoman. I've barely settled in here, and I'm already coming to them with doomsday prophecies. I'll need to convince Mayen and Diana first. They're my best bet.
Obtaining detailed information from these villagers is like drawing blood from a stone. The red-haired woman, Diana, has been pleasant enough in answering my queries, but she is no scientist. Her naivety makes that quite evident. I simply must convince these future men to place me onto one of their research teams. That's where I'll really gain some ground. Unfortunately, they seem rather skeptical of my scientific prowess. Ah, ridiculous! I don't care what year they hail from. I am Sir Edmund Rockwell. A mind like my own only comes once a millennium. It should be their honor to have me amongst their ranks.
Okay. While we're gonna continue with Helena Note 9, but I just want to check on Tamara. Make sure that she hasn't starved to death or something. She seems alive enough, but yeah, the nameless venom is not gonna that's not still there. Alright. Yeah, it looks like... Actually, we can do this. Yeah, she's fine. She's growing. Adolescent. She's almost grown. Yeah, no worries. Alright, just had to check that. Let's go back to our reading corner. And delve into the story of Aberration. Keep delving, I mean. Alright. Helena 9, yes.
The tribe's leadership was surprisingly receptive to my ideas, but still a bit skeptical. Apparently, they've already fiddled with one of the obelisks, and even damaged this station's control center.
Yeah.
So while they believed my account of what happened in the desert, they think the threat is already contained. Thankfully, Diana convinced them to lend me a small team to inspect the obelisk, just in case. Better than nothing, at least. However, on this station, getting to an obelisk is something of a risky proposition.
Yeah.
To reach them, we'll need to make a trip to the surface, which even Mei Yin says is dangerous. That means before I go, I'll need to get a crash course on that armor.
The nerve of these people! I have never seen such arrogance and disrespect directed towards a worthy colleague. I
Okay.
finally convinced Diana to let me partake in the villagers' research and experiments, and I have been treated like an ignoramus. These so-called scientists dare to talk down to me. They dare to underestimate me. Fools, the lot of them. Well, I dare say I don't need them. Now that I have access to their facilities and supplies, I can research Charge and Edmundium just fine without their aid. Soon enough, my knowledge shall surpass their own. Then we shall see who is primitive.
Ooh, he's taken that rather personally. Although that should not come as a surprise, you know?
My time in the desert may have given me some skill with firearms and helped me get fit, despite failing to give me washboard abs, much to my chagrin. But I'm still no soldier. That was evident to anyone who saw me flailing around in the training yard these past few days. If it weren't for Mei Yin and Diana, I'd still be crashing my tech armor into rocks or tripping over myself like a drunken dodo. Plus, I always feel less silly when there's someone to laugh at my mistakes along with me. Fortunately, Mei Yin will be accompanying me to the obelisk, so this whole thing won't rest in my unsteady armored hands. Thank God.
Yeah, even though we're like completely undressing the story and, you know, like really beating arc after arc after arc, so far at least, gaining tech armor and tech gear is still like not available to me. I still need to somehow get that up and running, if you know what I mean. Maybe I'm thinking about, like, if I could gain the tech of making a tech transmitter, you know, like something that can replace replace the obelisks here on Aberration. I could just put it fine, like down here in the in the colony, and I can actually just use that to transfer my character and items to and from the island here, and Scorched Earth, but it's not really that much there. At any rate, that could be actually really useful. I'm gonna have to look into that. I don't know. You should be able to transfer tech stuff, right? Or that might be a different story. I don't know. I'm planning on, because I need. It's gonna take way too long to like scrap together like element to build stuff. Just build the element fabricator, tech fabricator. Sorry, just doing that. I think that's like 100 or something. Maybe even more. I don't know.
Confound it all. Why am I progressing so slowly?
Ooh, he's not looking
Scientists are
healthy.
no more intelligent than I. Yet they make continual progress while my own research continues to flounder. It's just a matter of experience, that's all it is. They are more familiar with their tools, and they have more information at their disposal. Were I in their shoes, I would have finished that ridiculous project of theirs months ago. I must work harder to account for my handicap. I shall eat and sleep in the lab and allow for no distractions. Not until my so-called peers have learned to respect the name of Sir Edmund Rockwell.
Excuse me, is this supposed to be his shirt or something? Because it kind of looks like deformed flesh. Although I do see that this looks like, this kind of is his shirt, I guess. But the way they've actually drawn it like this, it looks like, it definitely looks like deformed flesh of some kind. Weird. It's really weird.
Mei Yin and I set out yesterday,
Okay,
alongside
he's...
a bespectacled computer expert named Santiago.
He seems to be fine here now.
Examine the obelisk. He claims that he can hack into its terminal. If it's preparing to unleash a surge of power, as I suspect, then he says that he might be able to reroute it. Rockwell, for his part, is staying behind. He's been aiding the village's scientists in their studies since we arrived and has become rather engrossed. Every other sentence with him is about that bloody medal he named after himself. It's a bit troubling, but thankfully Diana said she'd look after him. I can't spend time worrying after Rockwell now, though. The fate of that whole village might depend on this expedition. Focus up, Helena. Let's do this.
At last, success. I have finally been able to convert this charge into proper electricity. Subsequently, I used it to create not only a charge battery, but a lantern as well. It's a simple matter, really. It's baffling that these supposed scientists haven't managed it already. Based on their surprise when I showed them my new invention, my earlier supposition was correct. They've barely scratched the surface of charge and Edmundium's full potential. Soon enough, I'll have surpassed their understanding of both. Yet if they expect me to share the full fruits of my research with them, they are sadly mistaken. Those who doubt the genius of Sir Edmund Rockwell shall never reap its rewards.
Of course, not just a narcissist, but an egotist as well.
The structure of this space station must be vastly different from the others to allow for these massive caverns. Is that uncommon? Or do many of the stations vary so radically from one another? I've only seen 3. For all I know, they could come in all shapes and sizes. Speaking of different, Mei Yin's been fairly talkative since we left, at least for her. She'll still grow quiet sometimes, but instead of trying to burn me to death with the invisible eye lasers, she stares into the distance and idly fiddles with her necklace. I think it depicts a plane or spaceship of some kind. I wonder where she got it.
Oh. So Mei Yin and Diana might actually be hooking up. But I thought... Wasn't Helena... like, in love with Mei Yin? There's like a whole lesbian triangle drama going on here. Helena note 12. Okay, Rockwell 12.
I have at last persuaded Diana to show me this grand project those bumbling scientists are working so hard on. I am hardly impressed. If I had to guess, I would say that this gateway project is merely aping the transporter platforms present at the base of every obelisk, and crudely at that. Everyone is quite excited about it, small-minded simpletons. Why are they so eager to leave this place where the impossible is within reach? They speak of escaping, as though this was some kind of prison, when in reality it is a land full of unparalleled promise and possibility.
Also unbelievable danger, but you don't think about that, do you?
They weren't exaggerating when they said the surface was dangerous. Direct exposure to sunlight during the day will quickly burn a human to a crisp, even in this fancy armor. That means we have to adjust our sleep schedules and wait just below the surface until night falls. When it does, we'll make a mad dash for the obelisk, let Santiago get in as much work as he dares, then run our asses back to safety. Struth, I thought that bloody desert was diabolical, but this tops it for sure. Why couldn't we do something simple? Like flee from a pack of ravenous allosaurs or something. This life I lead, I swear.
She's missing the dangers of the island. How nostalgic.
Thank goodness this Diana woman is so agreeable. She seems to view me as her personal responsibility, and as a result, she has served my whims rather well. All I need do is assume the guise of a kindly, curious old man, and I can persuade her to see to my every need. I convinced her to escort me to the lower caverns, where molten edmundium is said to flow in abundance. Those caverns were the reason I came here in the first place, and I'm certain an excursion into their depths would yield invaluable insight. I need only push and prod just a bit more.
Yes, okay. Alright, we don't have to... Yeah, exactly, okay. 14?
Santiago's still going over his readings from last night, but even without them, it seems clear that the obelisk was behaving oddly. It was pulsing wildly, and the ground beneath it received regular tremors, as if the whole station was on the verge of tearing itself apart. If this obelisk goes off, it could mean Armageddon for every living thing here. Despite this, Santiago is insisting on analyzing his readings. The scientist in me is proud of his dedication to hard evidence, but the part of me that would rather not be obliterated by a mysterious high-tech space station really wishes he would hurry the hell up.
Once I upgraded my charge lantern prototype to be vastly more portable and efficient, the village council could ignore my petitions no longer. I shall be accompanying an expedition to the lower caverns post-haste. At last, I shall be able to observe Edmundium in its rawest, most natural state. Marvelous! I can hardly contain my excitement, though I must make an effort to. The barbarian woman has been glowering at me for days. I suspect, if she could, she would watch my every move and probably forbid Diana from speaking to me. Fortunately, Miss Walker has been distracting her with trivialities, but I must still be cautious. That savage will turn to violence on a whim, and I must not provoke her.
He always refuses to use her name. It's just a sign of his, like, you know, imagined superiority above her.
We shared our findings with the village by radio. Santiago's analysis confirmed what I suspected. The obelisks are highly unstable. They could be days away from reacting. However, Santiago raised a good point. Even if the Gateway project is shut down, we can't say for sure that it would stabilize the obelisks. It may be too late to dissuade the station from destroying the village. The only way to ensure our survival is to shut down the obelisks themselves.
Ooh.
According to Santiago, we can't do that from the obelisk's platforms, but he may be able to manipulate said platforms into teleporting us somewhere we could. Specifically, into the heart of the station itself. It's a huge risk, but it may be the only hope we have.
Okay. Interesting. So they're both going down there.
I enjoy wearing this bulky, inelegant suit, But Diana claims that its protection is necessary if we are to venture into the Edmundium caverns, so I shall endure it as best I can. I suppose that means I shall have to find a way to think without stroking my beard. Regardless, I am glad to be off. The other scientists that are accompanying me are rather nervous about the whole affair, citing monster attacks that plagued previous expeditions. Lily-livered, the lot of them. Science is full of risks, and this is but one more, one that shall prove well worth it in the end.
As we made our way deeper into the station, we passed through a massive chamber. It was so vast that I couldn't see the bottom of it from the bridge we were on. Yet it was packed full. From wall to wall, it was filled with specimen tubes, each containing creatures, fetuses, or eggs. I knew from the holograms that I'd seen on the island's control center that each station created its own creatures. But I'd never seen where the process actually occurred.
Oh, so we
There were
know that
specimens
now.
for every creature that lived on the station, from dinosaurs to huge alien-looking monsters. I would have loved to get more data from the room's consoles, but, you know, after reading that aloud, I think Mayin was right. That idea really does sound stupid and dangerous.
Honestly, I wasn't even aware that they had, like, you know, confirmed that, okay, the stations, like the ARKs, are making their own creatures. I mean, for all I knew, they could have transported them here somewhere, or from somewhere, you know, or something like that. I don't know.
I have traveled the world and created countless scientific marvels. But never
Wait, did
before
we
have I
actually
seen a
go
sight
to the
so
true...
beautiful.
Wait.
I cannot say that I enjoy wearing
Yeah,
this
okay.
bulky,
Sorry.
I have traveled the world and created countless scientific marvels. But never before have I seen a sight so beautiful. In its rawest form, the song of the Edmundium is even more enchanting. Had I the time, I would simply gaze at it for days. Sadly, I must make haste before the others realize what I already know. That within Edmundium is the potential for a new dawn for humanity. I can see it. I can feel it. I must be the one to unlock its secrets. Our fates are intertwined, this majestic metal and I. More data, Rockwell. You need more data. You are so very close.
Okay, interesting. Especially here with the Jesus visuals here. Yeah, it seems like he's being trapped or like enticed by the metal itself. Helena 18 now.
Ever since I saw those strange holograms in the island's control center, I'd considered this possibility in the back of my mind. But I wasn't prepared to confront it. Not directly. The room was similar to the one with the creatures, if much smaller. Specimen tubes lined the walls in neat rows and columns. But these all held the same species. Homo sapiens. They weren't clones exactly, at least not of each other. Each one was unique, and they were all adults. I suppose I came from somewhere like this too. Designed in that control center, and then created in this factory.
Oh, really?
Does that mean my memories? They're all transplants? Fake? No, impossible. They're too vivid, too detailed. Maybe, somehow, the station can reach back in time and just... copy someone.
Oh.
That seems unlikely, but I think I'll cling to it. It makes me feel more... real. At least that way, someone actually lived my life. Even if it wasn't me.
Wait, okay, so they kind of are clones, but they have the same consciousness as the people they have been copying in from like all over the timeline. but they've been brought here instead. I mean, that would explain everything. That would explain, like, the whole implants in their arms and stuff like that. That they are actually designed and created by the... Just like how the dinosaurs are created. Okay. Wow. That was a pretty big leap in the revelation of the story here. I mean, it's not confirmed. Well, I think this entry here, it's pretty much confirming it, I guess. Even though if she words it as speculation. Alright. Rockwell at 18.
I've done it. They didn't think I could contain it, but once again I've proven them to be a band of fools. At last, I have obtained samples of molten Edmundium in its rawest, undiluted form. I must be judicious with it. I could only create 2 containment pods for collecting samples, and I may not be able to convince the Council to let me return to these caverns to gather a second batch. This will have to be enough. No matter. I have been making miracles with primitive supplies and dim-witted assistants for years. Any sample size at all is enough for Sir Edmund Rockwell.
2 containment pods, okay. Yeah, gotcha. Helena 19.
The human specimen room was hard on everyone, but I think it was the worst for Mei Yin. She's gone completely silent, trudging behind Santiago, acting like an armored zombie. I've tried my best to explain everything and offer my support, but I'm not sure I helped. When I think about it, it's incredible that she's made it this far with her sanity intact. In her time, they were nearly 7 centuries away from inventing bloody gunpowder. The idea of a machine that creates human beings, and that it created you, would be unfathomable.
Yeah.
I hope she's alright. For all our sakes. Seeing her rattled like this makes me feel a lot less safe.
Now that I have returned to the village's laboratory, I have confirmed that raw, molten Edmundium is far more potent than its solid, impure counterpart. Of course, I'm the only one that sees it. The closed-minded lackwits here that dare to call themselves scientists refuse to get close to it. They claim it will make me sick. Rubbish! The Edmundium would never harm me. I can feel its warmth. I can hear it calling to me. It speaks not of danger, but of infinite potential. They're also painfully myopic. Their impure Edmundium may make for fine armor, but that is a mere fraction of its true power. They will see soon enough.
Interesting. Okay.
We finally found it. This has to be the obelisk's control room. Fortunately, the consoles here were similar to the ones in the control center that I used before, so I was able to help Santiago get started. He's been working on it for a while now, muttering and cursing to himself the whole time. I can't blame him. This is some baffling shit with... No way! He just said he cracked it! It certainly sounded like he did too. There was a loud hum and... Oh, those are roars. Lots of roars. Time to run then. I'll finish this later.
Oh, really? Okay. Interesting.
The villagers have been quite bothersome since I returned. It was interfering with my work. Diana kept checking in on me, claiming she was concerned, but I saw through her lies. I see through them all.
He's so
They simply
paranoid.
wanted to benefit from my genius. Luckily, I was able to distract them with a side project of mine, what I call Plant Species Z. I was studying the effects of charge on various flora and stumbled upon a new species that can act as a bioluminescent sentry. They seemed to believe that this was the center of my research, and so I happily let my samples pass into their incompetent hands. It's a paltry sum to pay for some much-needed peace and quiet. Now, it is just me and my Edmundium, as it should be.
Jesus, dude, you're a bit too obsessed. Just a bit.
Right as Santiago finished hijacking the obelisk, the station unleashed a horde of creatures in self-defense. So we blasted the controls and ran like hell.
Interesting.
Fortunately, Mayon's battle instinct brought her back to reality just in time, and she led the charge through a throng of fangs and claws, while Santiago and I did what we could as we raced to keep up. Even though Santiago had prepared the platform for a quick getaway, it was a close call. I had to pull him through the portal just before it closed. But in the end, we made it. We're covered in guts and still a bit twitchy, but we made it. Struth, what a day. I need a pint and the world's longest nap stat.
I no longer need to worry about working with a limited sample size, thanks to my genius. The solution was right in front of me the whole time. I merely needed to transform the village's supply of solid Edmundium into its liquid state, then rid it of impurities. It was easier said than done, of course, but I am Sir Edmund Rockwell. No problem is too complex, and no task is too great for me. Nothing can keep me from my goal. Nothing can keep me from ascending. That is the true power of Edmundium. I see it now. It can take a living thing and change it. No, elevate it, yes, yes. But I shall need to test it. Subjects. Subjects. I shall need subjects.
Okay, here is the first time you really start to hear his change in his voice. I'm really, yeah.
You'd think I'd be more enthused. We saved the village, I confirmed the true nature of these space stations, and when the Gateway project is complete, we could actually escape this madness. It's all good news, really. So why am I not thrilled? I tried sketching some of the wildlife we spotted on the way back to the village, but I stopped halfway through. What's the point? In the desert, I told myself it was a form of self-expression. But is it really? If a machine created me to behave in a certain way, am I expressing myself? Or the will of the machine?
Oh, yeah.
I really need that pint. Maybe several.
Very true, actually. That must create, like, a whole buttload of existential problems.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. The test went more splendidly than I could have imagined. I used one of the small glowing creatures that the villagers keep as pets for my first subject. It was a timid, fragile thing, that is, until I injected a full dose of pure, molten Edmundium into its veins. Then, as I predicted, it ascended. Within minutes, it grew in size and power, until at last it was a mighty, fearsome beast. Alas, that meddler Diana put it down before I could study it more closely. Ah! That was no mercy. That was as close as that worthless creature would ever get to tasting godhood, and she ripped it away. She is the murderer, not I. One day, she shall be punished for it.
What do you think that is? Is that like a... Could it be a Perlovia? That's like been changed? Not sure. It's got really long claws.
We contacted the village to tell them we succeeded. They were a lot more excited than we were. It was quite raucous, actually. Cheering, applause, and all that. Enough that Santiago almost dropped the radio right out of his hands. Even Mei Yin cracked a smile at that. She's coming around, if slowly. She just needed a bit of space, I think. I'm starting to come to terms with everything myself. Even if my memories are someone else's, or aren't real to begin with. What I've done since I arrived on these stations was my choice.
Exactly.
What I do from now on is my choice. That's who Helena Walker is. I think I'm okay with that.
Good.
They dare to lecture me. Me! Imbeciles. They claim to be from the future, but they fear progress. I performed a miracle of science, and their reaction is to scold me like a child. Damn them. Damn them all. They'll never let me have another subject at this rate. How am I to continue my experiments without subjects? They may let their petty morality hold them back, but I won't let it bind me. Not when I'm this close. I know with certainty now that Edmundium can unlock a species' potential. I just have to perfect the process. Even without subjects, I must find a way. I must.
We got another call from the village, but this one wasn't celebratory. In fact, best we can tell, it was a distress call. Santiago couldn't quite clear up the signal, but it had that sort of tone. We heard Diana's voice, panicked shouts, and someone mentioned Rockwell. Since then, we've picked up the pace. Hopefully we can make it back in time to help, and the situation isn't as dangerous as it sounded. If something were to happen to Rockwell, I can't help but feel like it would be my fault for neglecting him. Damn it all. We've got to hurry.
I may not be allowed to collect more test subjects, but I am not without resources. Rather than use living creatures, I have taken my experiments one step further and begun testing the effects of Edmundium fusion on human blood. My blood.
Okay, I should probably have done this first.
The results are promising. Yes, this is the proper way to do it. Injecting the Edmundium into that creature was too crude. If I first fuse the Edmundium with the subject's blood, and then inject the resulting concoction. Yes. That's it. I have it. The Edmundium knows it too. It hums its approval as I work. It knows that soon we shall be one. Soon, I too shall ascend.
So the question is, I feel like I'm lagging behind here, so maybe I should do one more Rockwell event. Rockwell 25.
Such power, such beauty. I can feel it within me, growing stronger by the second. Never have I felt so alive. It was a risk, of course. My process is not yet perfected, but by cutting off the circulation in my left arm, I was able to contain my metamorphosis within it.
Oh, shit.
Now, I can study the results before I undergo my final ascension to godhood. I must hurry. Hurry! I cannot hide my arm from these lesser creatures for long, nor can I resist its allure. It is taking all my discipline to not simply ascend right now. Yes, why don't I? I should do it. I deserve it. I know. Patience. Patience. You've waited so very long. Just wait a little longer.
Okay, in that case, it feels like we should do one more on Rockwell. That was 25, right?
Such power.
Yeah. All right,
Such
let's do
beauty.
26
I
as
can
well.
feel it within me grow. I've gathered as much Edmundium as I dare. The villagers are distracted with their inane celebrations, so
Yeah,
thus far
okay,
I have
yeah.
moved undetected. Imbeciles! What cause could they have for such joy? I have heard mention of Miss Walker, but whatever she has accomplished, it is nothing compared to what I've done. Nothing. She is nothing. I'm the true scientist here, the true genius, and soon I shall prove it. Yes. Well done, Rockwell. Well done. This Edmundium will be more than enough. With it, you shall claim what is rightfully yours. At last. At long last.
Okay, what disturbs me is not necessarily his, like, transformation or even his, like, descent into lunacy. but just his need for being the superior one. You know, his need for superiority. His need for everybody to acknowledge him as the best. As the, you know, like, that is kind of what creeps me out. Like, how can somebody be so desperate for validation? Okay, let's see what 27 has.
The last preparations have been made.
Okay.
When I set down this pen and begin my final experiment, I shall finally achieve my ultimate goal. I shall at last look down upon the bumblings of mortal men from high above on an Edmundium throne. I, Sir Edmund Rockwell, shall become a god. So on this day let earth and heaven tremble. Let the rivers of this blessed metal sing a song of triumph that echoes forever throughout the depths of these caverns. Let the unworthy drown in despair, for a great doom approaches them, and it shall swallow them whole alongside anyone who dared to mock my name. On this day, on this glorious day, I ascend.
Okay, he sounds like the extreme definition of somebody who's like picked on at school, you know? So I'm not sure if I should I read the last ones that are clearly different. Where was Helena? The last one of Helena that I read was it this one? Yeah.
Call from the village, but this one wasn't celebratory. In fact,
Okay, we can
tell,
do this again.
It was a distress call. Santiago couldn't quite clear up the signal, but it had that sort of tone. We heard Diana's voice, panicked shouts, and someone mentioned Rockwell. Since then, we've picked up the pace. Hopefully we can make it back in time to help, and the situation isn't as dangerous as it sounded. If something were to happen to Rockwell, I can't help but feel like it would be my fault for neglecting him. Damn it all. We've got to hurry.
So now's the question, like, which order I should read them. Let's see what this one says.
Primitive, savage, how dare you? You are nothing. I am a god. How dare you? Hate you. Hate you. I hate you. Where have you banished me? What is this place? What is this feeling? Everything. Yes, everything. The earth and the sky. Every stone and every crevice. I feel it all. What is this place? What am I?
Interesting. Okay. I'm going to try to parse these out. 29. Okay, so 25.
I feared we would be too late. But I never expected the village to suffer such complete devastation. There were bodies and debris everywhere. I nearly retched at the sight. In the distance, I could just make out the culprit. A colossal, violet figure disappearing into the cavern's depths. We raced to find Diana, but by the time we arrived, there was nothing we could do.
Oh.
She died of her wounds in Mayun's arms.
Oh, shit.
Somehow still smiling.
I thought she would still be on extinction.
She was able to tell us the identity of the monster that had done this. His name was Edmund Rockwell.
Huh. Okay, next. Oh, Mei-Yin is gonna, like, really go after him now.
I can't let Mei-Yin go after Rockwell alone.
Okay.
It's my fault that he was here. He's my responsibility. So why am I huddled here, writing down my thoughts as though I'm too afraid to say them out loud? For weeks, we've been besieged by monsters that Rockwell either bent to his will or created himself. But today, Mei-Yin finally grew sick of hiding. She grabbed every weapon and able-bodied beast she could and left to hunt him down alone. I've never seen her like that. Even Nerva never made her eyes burn with such hatred. Damn it, she's going to get herself killed and it will be my fault. But how can I shoot him? He's my oldest friend. He helped me when I had no one else. But it's my fault. So I have to try. I have to.
Interesting.
I caught up with Mei Yin and Rockwell among the flowing rivers of magma in the deepest pits of the caverns, where they were already in the midst of battle. By then, Rockwell had grown into a hulking monstrosity, lashing out with flailing tentacles. I needed only one look at that hideous, misshapen face before I made up my mind. I fired until my trigger finger went numb, and together we were able to divide his attention. In his fury, Rockwell created a hole in the cavern floor, and with one final blow, Mei Yin forced him through it. She nearly fell in herself, but I managed to catch her arm just in time. Thank God I did. If she'd fallen...
Okay, we didn't hear that last piece. Okay, so now I get it. Remember what I said about the love triangle? Yeah, one of them needed to die for them to actually be able to move on and actually have a chance to hook up. I mean, Mei Yin and Helena. Kind of obvious, but yeah. But I actually did think that Diana would actually return. Kind of the same with Nerva, you know? 27, 28. I'll do all of Helena's, and then I'll do the last Rockwell ones.
To Sir Edmund Rockwell, know that I choose to remember you, not as the monster you were in your final moments, nor as the secretive, obsessive man you became after I found you in the desert. I should have seen the signs then. If I had, perhaps I wouldn't have to mark this empty grave. This grave is for the man you were, and the man I will remember. He was the man who I'd talk and laugh with over tea long into the night, and the man who'd offer me supplies and a steed without a second thought. He was a scientist, a scholar, and gentleman. Wherever that man is, I hope he is at peace. Your friend always, Helena Walker. The effects of the monster's rampage still linger. Mei Yin hasn't said a word since we returned. She just stares at that starship necklace, turning it over in her hand again and again. It took an hour of coaxing just to get her to eat. At least the Gateway project survived, through one miracle or another. Santiago is organizing the survivors into teams to complete it. He thinks they can finish it within 2 weeks. I suspect I won't be welcome to join them when it activates.
Really?
Not that I blame them. I brought Rockwell here with me.
That is not your fault, though.
We killed. The destruction he caused. It's on my head.
No, it isn't.
How could I ever ask forgiveness for that?
I mean, he was clearly... like, he made his own choices. Don't guilt trip yourself now.
The gateway is set to be complete tomorrow. So last night, I packed up my things and prepared to say my farewells. Santiago protested, but ultimately understood. Mei Yin, on the other hand, I've never seen her break down like that. It caught me completely off guard, as did the part where she wouldn't let go of my wrist. She kept saying she'd already lost too much, and that she couldn't lose anything else. I couldn't just leave after that, even if I could break free of that iron grip, which I doubt I could. So that pretty much settled it. Tomorrow, the gateway will open, and we'll touch down on the planet below. We'll finally escape this mad experiment, and we'll do it together.
So that's where they went. They went down to Earth, if that indeed is Earth. And that's where we... I mean, it makes sense. If extinction is what I think it is, then we would be heading there next, after this map. Alright, final 2 notes before we wrap up the stream.
I am beginning to understand. It was hard to comprehend, for my eyes are still newly opened. I did not used to see as I see now, nor did I speak as I speak now. When I speak, it is not to a man. They are lesser beings. When I speak to this place, speak to the ARK, and it speaks back to me. It tells me secrets, things that I never could have understood as I was before. It whispers to me of something greater, a plane ever higher than the one I walk now. We can reach it, the two of us, the ARK and I, together.
Okay, finally. This one.
Helena. Megan. Don't do this. You need me. No. No. I'm sorry. Please don't leave me like this.
Interesting. Okay. And would you notice that that is actually the only time, I think, that he's actually used Mei Yin's name instead of calling her, like, the barbarian woman? Interesting. Okay, so this is actually the only time when you start to feel some kind of sympathy, at least, you know, even if it's like just a tiny bit, but like so far, even when he was human, there was nothing redeemable about him because he just kept scheming and, you know, be completely self-absorbed. Yeah, this was interesting. So I guess this ties into what the voice said in the beginning of this DLC, that there's something left of him. There might be something left human. There might still be some humanity in him, and that he would want to be put down, like something like that. All right, well, that is the Loremaster stream. Congratulations, the Loremaster of ARK. We don't really need to go through the dossiers. They have nothing to do with the story, so, yeah. Anyway, yeah, that took a little while. This stream went on for far too long. This stream... yeah, okay, I'm tired. This stream went on for far too long, but I'm happy that we did it as well, because I feel like I always want to do a Loremaster stream with all the notes that exist on every map. So... it is time to wrap things up. So I'll do that just for funsies. And there we go. Exit to the main menu. Thank you. Aberration. Right. So, let's see. What do we have left to do on Aberration? Well... there's two things except for going to fight the boss. And the boss needs to be fought with, like, a well-bred army. Or at least an army that I think will be able to actually help me in the fight. Not really sure if I'm there yet. I have, like, a multitude of Megalosauruses and Spinos. And also Rock Drakes, but... yeah... we'll see. I'm gonna have to do some research on that. But what I am actually considering, two things. First, one thing that I need to do before we can go for the boss is to get all the artifacts. 3 artifacts in 3 separate caves. Might do that next time we do this. Whenever that is. And the second thing is, I did build that fucking Reaper trap for a reason. I must try to actually, you know, get a Reaper tamed. So that's also something that I'm gonna be doing on stream. That is too valuable to do off stream. I need to actually do that to showcase if I can do it, or, you know, like share my failure or success with you guys. Yeah, so that is it, guys. Thank you for joining me tonight, and no more streams this weekend. I will be streaming next time on Monday, and depending on what I decide, it will be either be ARK or I will go immediately into Super Nintendo Summer. But for now, I bid you adieu, and if you want to, you can always check out the Discord, reachable through that link, and checking out the retro games that we are going to continue with is through that link. And yeah, I wish you a great weekend. Hope to see you again on Monday. Until then, remember to stay safe, mind social distance, and always keep the retro legacy alive. This is Eagle Biter 3, wishing you the best. Take care, good night, and goodbye.